Ladies and gentlemen, dear Stephen, dear Walter, I would like first of all to thank you very much for having accepted to be there tonight. And thank you so much for the Foreign Policy Association. This reward is a great honor and privilege. And to a certain extent, you said everything, gentlemen. And Stephen, thanks a lot for your very kind words. But I think Stephen summarized very well what I have experienced during the last 4 to 5 years. And if you wish, so receiving an award as a banker, you can't realize how amazing it is for me. Because I've been used, effectively, to receive more criticisms and complaints, despite the fact that Société Générale and the French banking sector as a whole actually did its job. We financed the economy. We did not cost a single euro to the taxpayer in France. So we did a reasonable job. But again, since the beginning of the crisis, effectively in France, we did not receive so much award. So being here tonight in front of so many successful business leaders is really, as I've said, not only an honor, but a privilege. And let me say that I have with New York a particular relationship because with my wife, who effectively loves tennis, and the only thing we did not do is play a tennis game, Stephen. So I look forward for that. We decided to have our honeymoon here in this city, so it's also a specific city for me. I could speak a lot about many very serious topics, Europe, France. Let me just say probably I feel that Europe and France is a kind of an enigma for most of you still. Europe, let me just say that probably what effectively is something, sometimes it's neglected, that the euro is more than just an economic thing, it's a political thing. And I was pretty convinced, like Stephen was saying, that politically it would be too costly to dislocate the eurozone. Ahead of us there are still some difficulties, it will take time, you know, politics will take time, but I'm pretty convinced that we'll move forward and step by step take advantage of the reforms we are implementing. Regarding France, and I will finish on that, just let me say that there is between France and the US a strange relationship. Again, I'm saying this, and I love the US. But in the last just 2 weeks, let me just say, on one hand, maybe you saw on the newspaper this amazing exchange of letters between one American CEO and one of the French ministers. Personally, I never saw something like this. They were not very nice words on both sides. So it's I would say, I don't know if it's the hate part of it, but maybe at least a lack of understanding, I would say. And on the other hand, when I came to New York this time, I had to go through the custom. And there was a custom officer, and the first thing he asked me, looking at my passport, he asked me about what is the impact of your intervention in Mali. And I was amazed, you know, again, because before it was, how long are you going to stay? How many days? For what purpose? And again, you know, this guy asking me about Mali, it was pretty amazing. And here it's on the contrary, what we share in common. I think, for example, and of course, when I think about this intervention, I think also about what happened here in 2001 and what you did also outside your country to maintain leadership, freedom, and fight against terrorism. I think that's also something we share very much, and which means that, again, the relationship should remain strong going forward. So thanks again a lot. Let me say that we should really try to further enhance the relationship and avoid fragmentation in this world. Let me just say that with our commitment as good bankers, if it is possible, and I'm convinced it's possible, it's again to serve our clients with a long-term relationship and to keep connecting the world. Thank you very much.